What's cracking, gang? Most definitely back with another one, man. Hey, before we tap into that though, hit that like button right at the bottom, gang. Yeah, ASAP, ASAP, ASAP. So they say positivity is key. I heard this shit all over, right? I used to be like, fuck that shit, cause on my moment, it seemed like when you do a lot of negative shit, you do get a lot of fucking what you call that? You get a lot of little rewards. That's what I was thinking when I was young. On my life coming up, I was feeling like that a lot. Like, damn, the more negativity I probably do, the more shit I get rewarded. I'm coming up on all type of shit. Definitely when I was out here busting them little moves, you know what I'm saying, doing little licks and shit like that. At the end of the day, as I got older, I was peeping how the karma, that I was getting, the karma feedback I was getting was like detrimental. I'm like, dog, I'm talking about when I say detrimental, it was detrimental. It was pretty much, nothing I can do to avoid the karma that was coming back behind all that negative shit I was doing. So, that positive that positive sermon, I kept hearing all my life. I was hearing it as I was coming up, as I was coming into my teen years, you know what I'm saying? And I was like coming into tact with my common sense, conscious side, of my mind. I'm like, yo, okay, I understand that. So I'm wondering how to be positive. I'm trying to figure out like, okay, what all do it takes? What all do you got to do? Do you got to stop certain shit? Cause I ain't gonna lie, certain shit was fun, my nigga. I remember we used to do little snatch and runs out the stores. You know what I'm saying? We call them little S and R's. But we used to do little snatch and runs out of little gas stations or corner stores. Definitely when a nigga get the munchies or something. Me and the guys out, we kicking it and shit. We'd do a little snatch and run, right? And not knowing the whole time that shit was taking food off the store owner plate. But now that I think about it as I got older, I know it now. I'm like, damn, I was taking food off their plate, my nigga. We used to run in there, take pieces and shit. Not only chips and shit, we taking boxes of chicken. We taking all types of food, edibles, like real edibles. Shit, you gotta go home, probably cook up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we taking that shit. And shit, I was hungry too. I'm like, damn, I'm hungry as a bitch, man. The guys and them hungry. Ain't no, everybody probably ain't got no motherfucking money. So it's like, the positive thought or the notion of it wasn't even on our minds at the time. My nigga, we young, we dumb, we doing all type of dumb shit. Nigga, around that time, I think I was even, I started smoking shit. I started smoking like at 11. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was a negative, yeah, that was a negative moment too, but like I started smoking, I started stealing my dad's cigarettes and shit, all type of goofy ass shit. Shit I knew wasn't even right. Shit I knew kids shouldn't have been doing. But I was doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? And make it even worse, I had my nephew and them doing the shit. My young nephews and them, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before in the video, all my nephews is older than me, majority of them, but I do still got some young ones that was riding under me and shit. So they stealing squares and shit too. We smoking them and shit. We thinking that shit cool. Honestly, only reason we was doing that though because like the older motherfuckers that we knew or was fucking with my older nephews and them, they was doing it. They smoking blunts and shit. So we trying to join the faction. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like I ain't know that shit was negative. To me, that shit was fun. It was cool. I ain't think, you know what I'm saying, nothing of it because it really wasn't no, like I ain't really see the repercussion right then and there, I guess. But like nowadays, when I look back on it on my mama, I wouldn't want my kids doing that shit to me or under my nose. So I can understand the negativity that, the negativity behind what I was doing. That it probably brought my father the energy, the negative energy made him feel some types of ways. Because I knew he had to know this shit was being done. So, like I said, as I was getting older though, staying positive, I kept hearing more and more and more. Stay positive. Positive energy bring back positive rewards. Positive energy bring back positive rewards type shit. So I'm like, what the fuck do that mean? I'm trying to figure the fuck out. I finally get it down pack and I finally understood, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the more positive you is, the more positive you stay. It's like, you do receive a lot of positive rewards, gang. And, with that being said, I had to take that and run with it. I had to take the positive and negative and run with it, basically. That's like taking salt with sugar and running with it. So, I took that and I was understanding why my daddy was always on my ass on God. Cause the nigga used to be on my ass, but I ain't really understand what the fuck I was doing that was wrong. You feel me? I ain't understand that until it was like, bing, it hit me like a light bulb. I'm like, okay, I understand now, gang. I started paying more attention. I started paying attention because my dad used to be on that shit too. Like not well, moms did too at the end of the day, but it was always like, you know what I'm saying. My dad was always on that shit. He was the motherfucker who was like, dog, go to school, do this, do that. Nigga, I used to skip school, run right out the motherfucking door. He'd drop me off. I'm running out the other side of the school building. So you know what I'm saying, like that, all in all, it was negative. It was a negative notion that I was sending off, negative energy I was sending off. But you know, I had positive talks and shit from therapists and shit. They used to always try to hit a nigga with that, and I was pushing that shit out the window. Like, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit, gang. I wasn't at the time. But as a nigga matured and a nigga mentality matured more, I started paying more attention. Like, oh, okay, and I started seeing why they were saying this, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying. If you go on a positive operation, that operation do seeks more rewards positively. So once I understood that, I'm like, I started using that shit and I started trying to see for myself. Like, is this shit real? What they talking about? And yeah, little do you know, my nigga, that shit, it was real. It was honestly real on my mama. It was honestly true. I had to change the way I thought. I had to change the way, honestly, I felt about shit. I had to change the way I looked at certain shit. I had to change the way the outlooks I had on certain shit on my life. And next thing you know, little shit started changing. I started seeing little small results, but the small results made a nigga want to see big results, honestly. So that's why a nigga kept going. I'm like, okay, you know, so maybe if I, and it was just like that basically. And from there, you know what I'm saying, that's what it was. That's what always gave or put that notion in my mind to stay positive, even in the darkest situations, even in the deepest of the darkest times. My nigga, you gotta always have that one little small positive vibration in you, that way you can overcome whatever obstacle that you might be faced with. So it's like, I took that shit and I ran with it, you know what I'm saying, for a few years. And I want to see the outcome of that. And the outcome of that has been, you know, like blessings. I ain't gonna lie. Because only now, like I said, I think more clearer and better, you know, as far as that area, as far as that field of a mindset. You know what I'm saying? And like, the motherfuckers I be fucking with, I be trying to get everybody on that same shit. And not everybody gonna feel how you feel though. So, you know, I don't expect that to be something that it's gonna be happening right away. A motherfucker, it take time for a motherfucker to peep it and notice it, and then they start seeing actions from it. They like, oh, okay. Then they understand why you doing what you doing, or you know what I'm saying, almost equivalent to that understand my grind shit. So at the end of the day, you know, it's like a one day at a time type of thing. That's how I'm taking it. That's how everybody got to take it. Honestly, that's how you should take it. You got to. You feel me? Definitely in the one life you live type of scenario we in, gang. You sort of got to take it one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? You can't push shit too fast, but you always got to stay humble and positive nowadays, because shit in 2021, my nigga, it's a devil's playground out here, my nigga. So you got to watch how the pawns and the chips and the players is being set on this motherfucking board, on this blacktop, is real. So you know, once you got that little energy vibrating around you, almost like a vibranium shield, you will understand what I'm saying, and you'll be like, okay, I get it. You feel me? Like, I can relax now. I really do understand. My mama, you will understand. You be like, okay. You feel me? And you start moving different. And then also, my nigga, you can feel that shit. You can feel the energy vibration. You feel me? In the air. So you already know the negative and the positive. You know how to fluctuate between that. That's if you want to take a dip on the negative side. Like I said, when we was kids, my nigga, that's all we was doing. A motherfucker ain't really had no feelings. We ain't had no feelings towards that. And hey, if you look at it though, that's how some of these murders be popping off. Like these niggas who be burning shit, bro, they be kids. On my mama, they ain't got no feelings. It ain't no feelings. These niggas they got to be held accountable for their sins. Yeah, most definitely. But at the end of the day, there's no feeling. Maybe, I don't know, maybe because the parents was doing them bad, I don't know, maybe because they went through hard times, whatever the case may be. You feel me? Like, we all got different things we've been through, so that'll equal us to having no feelings towards shit. And these young niggas ain't got no feeling towards shit, so you expect a young nigga to really give a fuck? Hell no, these niggas ain't gonna get no fuck. Definitely not about staying positive. It's gonna be hard to reach a young nigga. You feel me? But one day they probably get rich. I don't know. It might be through, a human physical appearance, or it might be through a spiritual epiphany they probably go through, or some shit like that. They probably have some shit they go through and they dream of. Some, I don't know. Y'all know how that shit work. Some might come to them in a dream or some shit like that, my nigga, and just shock the shit out of them and wake their ass up like, look, gang, you only got one life to live. You got to get your shit right. You got to get on the right path. Let's get going. You feel me? And they gonna get their shit together. Trust me. But those of us that don't want to, we ain't. Shit, we ain't. We just won't. I got a nephew who will never get it together, my nigga. Honestly, he will never. He'll tell you himself that's not his path. He don't look forward to getting it together. Fuck wrong with you? You feel me? That nigga want to stay. You know what I'm saying? He's a baby devil out here, and that's what he consider himself. And honestly, shit, I gotta respect that. That's him. That's where he want to go with it. So, that ain't the route I'm gonna go with it. I ain't running with that nigga on that route. But, he a baby devil out here, man. That's what he consider himself. And a nigga gotta let him have that field. He feel that's his field, so be it. But that ain't everybody feel. Everybody ain't running that route. Nephew running. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker try to pull him the other way, but it's impossible to pull him the other way. He already been out here on this blacktop in these streets like that for years and years to come. So it's like he said he gonna finish out like that, I guess. I don't know. May the best man win in that area. But, like I said, man, stay positive. That's the right notion to go. Fuck all the other shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? The more positive you is, the more positive rewards you gonna inherit. Most definitely. So, I don't know. Hey, to the next vid, man. Y'all hit that like button right at the bottom, gang. Don't even play with it. Hit that motherfucker. Don't fumble over it. Nothing. Hit that motherfucker. And hit that subscribe if you haven't. Don't play no games with it, but yeah, to the next one, I am out, gang. And think about that shit. Just think about it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta agree with it. Think about it. That's my opinion. When you come to the class, like Dog said, you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. If you don't, if you ain't watched the vids, go watch his shit. The nigga funny as hell, but when you come to the class, don't say shit. Hold your opinions. These are my opinions. Don't raise your hand like, hey, none of that shit. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just listen, get up, get the lesson, get up out of here. To the next one, man. I'm out.